2005, China witnessed a nightmare carved in water. The flood hit with terrifying intensity. Entire streets were swallowed in seconds. Cars turned weightless, floating like leaves, and then dragged away violently by the raging current. People stood frozen, screaming, crying, helpless, watching their vehicles vanish like wooden debris in the merciless water. The roads became rivers, and those rivers, death traps. Men, women, children, trapped, their voices lost beneath the roar of the flood. Rescue teams tried to push through, but against this wall of water, even they looked powerless. The flood didn't slow, it devoured. This wasn't just a disaster. It was a brutal reminder that nature does not wait, and does not care who's ready, or who survives. July 2019. A city in Mexico was swallowed by something far worse than rain. A high-intensity flood, thick like a river of mud, tore through the streets. Rain poured relentlessly from above, and the sky hung dark and heavy, as if warning of what was coming. The entire city was now underwater, roads vanished. Houses disappeared into thick waves of brown chaos. Floodwaters surged with unstoppable force, heading straight for bridges and main roads. As if they were nothing, pavements crumbled, streets collapsed. The flood's speed kept rising, and so did its height, inch by inch, foot by foot. People watched helplessly, stranded, cut off, trapped in the middle of destruction. This wasn't just a flood. It was a moving monster, fed by rain, powered by nature, and beyond human control. And consuming. The speed of the flood grew with every passing minute. What once was a quiet stream became a raging force, tearing through the heart of the city. Each wave hit harder. The intensity grew, and so did the panic. People watched in horror as the flood swept away everything in its path. Papers floated like dead leaves, wooden planks tossed around like toys, and entire streets transformed into liquid highways of destruction. Cars were lifted like they weighed nothing. Homes disappeared beneath the waves. Bridges collapsed. The flood didn't stop. It ruled the roads now. In every direction, there was only mud, water, and chaos. What was once a thriving city was now unrecognizable. Infrastructure was reduced to rubble. Electric poles, street signs, buildings, nothing stood untouched. The roads no longer looked like roads. They looked like scenes from an ocean, with waves rising and crashing, swallowing everything. The residential areas, they no longer felt like home. They now looked like shattered lakes, broken and silent, where families once laughed, played, and lived. People stood on rooftops, clinging to hope. Rescue boats tried to navigate the wreckage, but the damage was massive, and getting worse. The air smelled of wet earth and broken dreams. The city was no longer a city. It was a memory, floating in mud. And still, the flood kept moving. This wasn't just water. This was a message, from nature, from the earth, from something far beyond human control. It reminded us how fragile we truly are. How easily everything we build, everything we cherish, can be washed away in hours. This is why we must stay aware, stay prepared, and respect the forces around us. Subscribe now for more real disaster stories, and to support awareness that can save lives. Have you or someone you know ever faced a flood? Tell us your story in the comments below.